I did not think we would get changes so quickly after LANDR bought Reason Studios, but we have some pricing updates, and I think they're really great. In my last video, I said that I was cautiously optimistic about LANDR buying Reason, and I'm pretty happy with what they've done so far. I think this really is a step in the right direction. So this is making me even more excited for what this is going to look like. But let's have a look and talk about the changes to Reason's pricing model and some of the new stuff that we're already getting. So Reason Rack plugin is now available separately, plus reduced pricing all around. These are some great changes, I think. The blog post just outlines that, but let's have a look in the shop. If we buy a license, we'll start here. Reason is now $2.99, paid once. Personally, I think this is a far better price for Reason. I think what it was before was far too expensive. Was it $4.99 before? I can't even remember. I think it was far too expensive. I feel like $2.99 is a much better price for Reason. And now we can get the Reason Rack by itself for $1.99. I think this is a far more appealing option for a lot of people. If we do it this way, you still have to buy rack extensions and stuff separately, but people obviously get the license because I know that a lot of people are not into the subscription model. However, if you don't mind a subscription model, then we get some new stuff. The Reason Rack, $99 a year. Well, you just get the additional rack devices if you subscribe to the Reason Rack. But this one, Reason Plus, $169 a year. So for $70 extra, we are getting a bunch of new stuff here, which I think is really interesting. And I like how they did this actually, because if you don't want any of this new LANDR stuff, you don't have to get any of the new LANDR stuff. You can just continue being subscribed to the Reason Rack and that's cool. You don't have to get any of this new LANDR stuff. But we've got unlimited AI stem separation. That's cool. I'm sure that will probably come into Reason at some point, maybe. I don't know though. If they are doing it separately, maybe it'll stay separate. Unlimited AI mastering. I haven't tried LANDR's mastering. I'm keen to check this out. Unlimited distribution by LANDR. That's cool. Let's publish our music. We can do that here now. 1,800 samples credits. I am keen to explore this. $500 worth of plugins and $1,500 worth of extra value. Let's see what we get. VST plugin bundle. LANDR mastering, LANDR stems, LANDR Vox tune. This looks like these are plugins that we get to open inside Reason. That's cool. That's cool. $1,500 of extra plugins from partners. I don't really know anything about any of these. So personally, I'm not overly excited about any of these. If anyone has used any of these and has some thoughts about some that might be particularly good to check out right off the bat, please let me know in the comments. I plan to check out some of this LANDR stuff and see if I think it's worthwhile. Personally, I'm kind of interested in this unlimited distribution because I wanna release a bit of music this year, and I was releasing a few things in DistroKid a very long time ago. Then I decided that I wasn't going to use DistroKid, and I just stopped paying. I think my credit card actually expired, and so I stopped paying for DistroKid. So they started sending me emails being like, your payment method has expired. Please update your payment method. And I was like, nah, I'll just leave it. So they kept sending me emails saying my music was at risk of being deleted. So I've kind of been playing chicken with DistroKid because this was many years ago now, and I still get emails saying my music is at risk of being deleted and nothing happens. So I suspect if I want to continue using DistroKid, I'll have to obviously start paying for it again. But I wasn't necessarily stoked with DistroKid, so maybe we'll see if LANDR is any better. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I am very excited about this because if they're going to overhaul the pricing structure of Reason, it means they are thinking about how it needs to be positioned for the users and hopefully thinking about making it better. I think both the Reason Rack, the Reason Plus subscriptions make a hell of a lot more sense. I think the license is much more fairly priced, and I love that the rack is now accessible without having to also subscribe to the DAW or buy the license for the DAW. I would still like to see Reason do a free version of the rack or an intro version of the rack perhaps. I think that would be cool. I think that would make it a lot more accessible for people. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this new pricing structure for Reason? I really like it. I think it's a step in the right direction, and it's got me feeling less apprehensive about this whole LANDR acquiring Reason situation. I remain cautiously optimistic. In other gear news, I just bought a quad cortex, which is dope. So I need to learn how to use that. That's tomorrow's plan. Hoping to use that to make some music this year. In my last video, I pointed out a problem that I was having with Reason and Osmium specifically not working. I had some suggestions from some of you guys, which I really appreciate. Paul said, regarding the Osmium lag, no issue here in live with Reason Rack plugin. So we're both using live. He's not having an issue though. Have you tried it at different sample rates, buffer sizes, and even interfaces? Do you have anything enabled in options text or anything else? Let's try this. I did actually test it on my laptop. Let's turn this on and check as well. And I do have a couple of things in the options.txt file, but we will not worry about that just yet. Okay, so let's pull in a Reason Rack plugin. Add more sounds and instruments. I wonder if this is the new LANDR stuff. We won't do that just yet. We are out here trying to see if we can get Osmium working. So let's add this. Go instruments, effects, Osmium. So, for the record, I clicked ages ago. That's not working. Okay, what happens if I remove my interface? Still getting massive amounts of lag there. Okay, so removing the interface didn't help. Let's put that back. Try a different sample rate. Let's just jump straight up to 512. Well, changing that didn't help either. Okay, we've got a different sample rate. Changing the sample rate didn't help either. Let's put that back. So let's try the options text thing. So let's move that to my documents folder. Okay, let's try this again. We're running a low buffer size, 48 sample rate, using the Apollo. Grab this. Grab Osmium. Oh, man. But I am still having issues. Okay, I am not sharing my screen here, but all right, let's incidentally, this computer basically has all of the same plugins on it as this computer. So hypothetically, it shouldn't matter too much. That's the wrong Reason Rack plug. Put Osmium in here. It changes instantly. Oh my gosh. Osmium was working fantastic on the laptop. Oh, that's super annoying. This is an Intel laptop too. This is old. This is from like, I don't know, 2019. So okay, I'm not sure how to test this anymore. I've checked the sample rate, I've checked the buffer size, I have checked the options text thing. I don't know if it's possible to disable all of the plugins except for one. So I don't know whether the other plugins are interacting, but as I said, I'm pretty sure my laptop has the same plugins. Like, I think I copied this computer from that computer when I set it up. Yeah, man, I don't understand why it's not working. So if anyone has any other troubleshooting suggestions, that would be great. Feel free to leave your 2 cents in the comments, because I am out of ideas. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I said I'm going to be trying to make 2 videos a month. That's still the plan. Next month, I want to start making some actual music, because this month I have been working on a wedding band. My friend and I are starting a wedding band, and we've been writing horns parts inside Ableton and scoring them for a horn section. So that's been kind of fun, but it's meant I've had 0 time for making any other music. So next month, I think I might play with this. I do want to start playing with this. Yeah, so thank you for watching the video if you are still here, and I will see you next month for more videos, because I'm consistent now. That's the plan.